What is up, everyone? Today I'm going to be running you through how to make a pair of, I believe they're called Harem Pants. I probably should have looked up the name before this, but I saw them a long time ago and I haven't seen them since. It's basically just like a drop crotch jogger, but they're like super like thin, stretchy material, really like great loungewear, which is perfect for this time of year when, let's face it, none of us really want to go outside. So yeah, I've never made a pair of pants like this before. I'll run you through what materials I'm using, what fabric I'm using. We'll make the patterns together and then actually like make the garment together, and we'll see how they turn out. So let's dive in. All right, let's get into it. I thought I'd just start with what fabrics and things I'm using for the project. I'm just using like a black basic fabric. It's my first time making these pants. They are called Harem Pants, by the way. You could go with like a really cool pattern or something though, if you're a bit more confident in how they'll turn out. It'd look really cool. But yeah, it's just like a black, stretchy, super lightweight fabric, kind of like Lululemon pants to be honest, but like a little less structured. And then I'm just using a rib knit for the cuffs and for the waistband, just some basic black thread, nothing too special. And to make the patterns, I'm using packing paper actually. I moved a few times last year, so I have a bunch of this. It works really, really well. And yeah, this is an old pair of pants of mine. I really like the waistband and the fit of them, so I'm just going to use it for some of the pattern making so that I can get them kind of close to this in terms of size. Okay, time to make the pattern now. I like to use a pair of pants that I have or a similar article of clothing to like use it as a reference point because I know how it fits. So if I want these to be a certain length, I know where to draw it up. And then I kind of just do like a rough tracing around them and then make the shape that I want for whatever type of pants that I'm making. I'm doing these at a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So after I actually make my pattern, I got to add that 1/2 inch all around the outside of it to make sure that I got enough fabric. Tracing out the cuff from my pair of pants, I really like them. I just made it a little longer because I wanted the cuff on these pants to be a bit more dramatic so that they kind of drape over a little bit more. Okay, time to get the fabric out, which is very fun and exciting. It's really important to make sure that when you get the fabric down, it's really flat and smooth. I use some weights on the pattern to keep the pattern in place on the fabric and also keep the fabric in place. After doing the legs, moving on to do the waistband. together. We're almost at the time to sew. I'm doing a 1/2 inch seams on the pants and pretty much actually everywhere on them. So just pinning those in place. I'm starting with the cuffs here using a serger, and I'll actually be using a few machines to make these pants. You definitely don't need to. You could make this entire project with a normal sewing machine, but I have a few machines at my disposal, and I really love using my serger on clothes that I'm going to be wearing. It just makes it really polished on all the seams, really comfy, and it has like the right amount of give in the right places. I'm also going to be using a cover stitch machine just to add some like finishing details on some of the seams to really add a bit of polish to the end product. And then I have a sewing machine, of course, that I'll be using for the odd little thing here and there. Okay, now that I'm all done with the pant legs, I'm gonna get the cover stitch out and start using it to do a couple details on the outer seam. I'm not gonna cover stitch the inner seam, but just do the outer seam on the pants because again, it just adds like a really nice polished finished look. I decided while I was making the pants to add pockets to them. Pants without pockets are just so inconvenient. It wasn't super complex to make them, honestly. I just put my hand down on a piece of fabric and cut like a pocket sort of shape that I referenced off of a pair of jeans that I have. So nothing too complex, but was a necessary add-on for me. Time to put the two pant legs together. This is really exciting. It's fun to get to do that big seam that really brings the pants together and takes it from kind of like a bunch of fabric to an actual item of clothing that I'm gonna wear. Time to add the pockets. I'm just using a sewing machine to add the pockets. I don't want to add too much bulk with other serger seams, so just attaching them with a normal sewing machine is kind of easier for me at least. And last time, back to the cover stitch machine, just to do some of those finer details on the waistband and make sure that everything looks really nice and polished. All right, just gotta cut 2 little holes and add a drawstring to the pants. The elastic works fine, but I really like the style and look of having like the drawstring. I can leave just the drawstring hanging or tie it up and it looks cool. All right, that's it for this video. Thanks for tuning in and watching the video on making the harem pants. I'm super happy with them. They're like really comfy, really lightweight. Honestly, feels like I'm not even really wearing anything. They'll be great for like late spring, early fall, maybe some summer nights at a bonfire, or honestly just like chilling at home, chilling on the couch. They're like just really comfy, stretchy, breathable, all that fun stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. If you have any suggestions for any other videos I should make or anything else like clothing wise I should make that you'd like to see, feel free to let me know. And have a follow along at my Instagram, Unique Collective Co, or here on YouTube. I'll be uploading more videos and making more things and sharing with y'all. So until next time.